Good morning. Welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday, November the 2nd, 2024. As you're hopping on, say good morning. God, I got new glasses and I get a really bad reflection from, it's supposed to be for the computer light. Hopefully you can still hear me. I put in the wrong bud. Had the one that makes all the noise in my ear. Okay, so let's get you up on the screen here as you join in. Say good morning. There we are. I'm a little crooked today for some reason, but we'll fix that when we switch around. All right. So if you're joining me this morning, say hello to all you replay watchers. Hello, hello. Thank you for watching me on the replay as well. I'm coming to you from Alberta, and today, usually I think I mentioned last week, maybe the week before one of the Halloween shows that we did some cards, that normally we have snow by Halloween. Well, we made it through Halloween without any snow. This morning we have snow. So it's not much, it's a little dusting, but it's enough to remind you that snow is on its way. So we shall see what the rest of the day brings us. Not fun. Good morning, Holly. So I hope wherever you are that you don't have snow and you're having a wonderful morning. I didn't pour myself a cup of Bailey's and tea. Now I've already had one upstairs because I've been up for a bit, but I didn't pour one here. I don't even have a mug near me to, clink and pretend. So I apologize this morning that I'm behind the 8 ball. Good morning, Glenda. You're up bright and early. All right, so what do we need to talk about? What starts, I believe it's Tuesday. I was going to say it's Monday, but it's Tuesday. So the online exclusives go live to customers. So if you're a demo, you've already been able to pre-order this stuff. But if you are a customer, you will get to shop it. So there are some beautiful things. Now in upcoming Bailey's and Teas, I will be showing some of these new products, but we have to focus on Christmas, right? We've got to get through our Christmas crafting. So the focus is there, but I will interject some of the new up and coming online exclusive items. All right. And then we have Paper Pumpkin Filled with Joy. So that's at the top in the featured area. It's a cute little stocking. I should have grabbed the other graphic actually. These stockings are quite big from the graphics that we're seeing. So I'm really not sure what the size of them is. I haven't watched the sort of preview video that we get to actually see if she showed us the stocking. So I will check that out today and report back. But you're going to get 8 little stockings and 8 gift tags in it. Deadline for that is November the 10th to sign up. So no snow. Perfect, Glenda. That's what I like to hear. Good morning, Rhonda. But rain, rain, rain. Well, yeah. You know how it is. So today I'm just going to flip to the page of the paper that we're going to use. So I've been doing a lot of sort of like stamp camps and retreats and stuff like that. You've heard me talk about it. So a few of the projects and stuff that I'm going to feature this month are sort of focused around what I did in those events, because of course I have lots of samples that I can show you. And then sort of the extras will be featured on Wednesday that I've made. Sorry, the dog is crying. Hopefully you can't hear him beside me. Shush, please. He's very needy today. As every day. If you know Kane, you know him well, that he's a very needy boy. So I've lost my train of thought now. So yeah, a lot of those will be featured around what I did in those events. So lots to share with you. I'm also working on a little 12 Days of Christmas series. Now I'm not sure which day I'm going to launch it on, but hang on, I need a Kleenex now. He's just wiped something on me. It's kind of a series around, I've done this a few times in the past. I forgot to look it up of actually when I actually did it last, but it's featured around like packaging and stuff like that for your holiday gifts. So yeah, I'm going to do a little 12 Days of Christmas series, and it should launch very soon. I'm just not sure if I'm going to do it next week or the week after. So stay tuned. There will be a post about it as soon as I decide. That's on my to-do list today. All right, So let's flip you around. I'm using a different holder today, so it may just take me a minute to get you flipped, but I'm hoping that this will work okay and all will be well on this new setup that I've got. All right, so if you get dizzy, look away for a second and we'll get you flipped around and in order, okay? It's a little bit quicker of a transition, I find. I don't know that. Hang on, I'm not going to leave you up that high, I don't think. There we go. All right, so you'll see on my desk, there we go. Maybe Kane needs a support puppy. He does have a support puppy. He has Bella. You know what it is that he needs a support daddy. Daddy's gone back to work out of town, so he's a little upset about that. He's a daddy's boy. So, yeah. So he gets a little needy when he goes. So the card that I'm going to feature today, now I know we've talked about this paper before. It's on page 29, the Sentimental Christmas paper. That is our donation paper that Stampin' Up! Does every year, and it's going to children's literacy. So at $4 of every purchase of a pack goes towards that, which is wonderful. And so if you haven't seen the paper, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got, if you don't care for one side, you're definitely going to love the other side. So you just sort of have to pick and choose what you really like. So we've got some shaded spruce, some pretty peacock in here. There is some, oh, I don't know what that blue is. I don't even think it's listed. Nope. These ones are great for scrapbook pages, or you can cut them up and sort of use these as corners and border bottoms on your card fronts or insides. It's got a stamp set that goes with it, but you've got like old olive, shaded spruce, pretty peacock, early espresso, garden green. We've got basic beige in here. I think I mentioned pecan pie. And then we've got some poppy parade is the red. So is this not fun? So we're going to use this one today. And I think I showed you already. The striped one are going to be on the card, and then this gorgeous, we haven't gotten to it yet, this one, I love this one. I would love like a ginormous pack of this. Like give me 48 sheets of this and I would be very happy. Oops, I think I showed that one already. And then here's another one that is good for scrapbook pages, and or cut it up and sort of use bits and pieces of it or whatever. Right, Glenda? I love this paper too. Yeah, you should get it, Holly. You don't have it yet? Oh, well, add to your wish list, right? So then we're going to flip over to page 42. Oops, I missed it. They're stuck together. And Decorative Trees is the one we're going to play with today. Is it not fun? So I did a workshop, retreat, I guess it was a stamp camp, with Decorative Trees. And it is absolutely so much fun. You can build trees, and then it's got these wonderful dies. Now, I didn't go in and look. Glenda will probably back me up and tell me if these are back in stock or not, because I know they were out of stock at one point. If you don't know, that's okay, Glenda. So you can build the trees on top of each other. You've got a solid one here that cuts out the tree shape. You've got this great little sort of swirly die, and then you've got these smaller ones. So the trick with these smaller ones is obviously when you stamp and cut out the tree, it's too big, right? Obviously. So the idea with this is you cut your, and I should have done a sample for you actually, but hopefully you'll get the gist as I explain this. So you'll cut out your little small tree border part, and then you'll cut out your solid tree. And then when you layer them together, of course, they're going to give you this. Now, this is going to get cut off. Obviously, you'll fussy cut that off. But in the set, this little kind of die right here with these little weird squares, this is your filler in tree stumps. So you can do them like fat and stubby, or you can do them long and narrow, whichever you like. And so that's the filler in piece. So when you have this layered and you chop that bottom off, you can actually put a stem or a trunk back on that tree. Okay, so hopefully that made sense without a sample to show you. right? And look at all those fun patterns. So this is a lot of fun, this set. Now I'm not going to use any of the patterns today. I'm just going to use the stamp set in the tree because Glenda has just said that they're not back until December the 2nd. So that's a bummer, but I'll show you a cute little card to use with just the stamp set. All right. And then I want to draw your attention. The circle that I used is from Spotlight and Nature Dies. And I don't know if everyone has been missing these or everyone has been buying these and they've been selling out. But there is like shapes and stuff like that that are wonderful to add to your Christmas cards. So if you don't like just, you know, the stitch circle shape that we've been using for years and years and years, if you want to change it up for your Christmas cards this year, then this might be a die set that you want to look at. Now, you don't have to get the stamp set. The dies work independently, so they're a great investment for all of those. And you're going to have some designs too that are going to carry over into like the spring season, spring and Valentine's Day sort of things. So I'm at a loss for words there. So sorry, I have to cough. All right. So, oh, and I wanted to show you, before I forget, the card, I found it finally. If you remember I think it was last week, I said I had done a sort of mystery challenge card for one of the events, and I couldn't find the card. Well, I found the card finally. So what happens when you clean up? Is this not the cutest? And then it opens up like this. So this is a fun fold that we did. Sorry. At the event, and that's the card that I came up with. Hang on, let me just grab some water or something. I don't have my tea handy to have a quick sip here, so let me just grab something to get the tickle out of my throat. There we go. I should be good. So that's the card that I made with the mystery challenge that I said I would track down and show you. All right, so are we ready to see the card? This is the card from the event. Oh, sorry, you guys. I don't know what's going on today. I better not be getting sick. Ugh, nobody wants that. Yeah, some days words are hard, right? So here's the card that we made. I know you missed sort of the beginning. I was busy down here sort of cleaning up my table, and I forgot to pour myself a tea. I've already had a tea and Bailey's upstairs because I've been up for a bit, but I forgot to grab one. So this is the card we're going to create, and it's kind of like a cheater fun fold. And so I thought it was really cute, and I had to show you how to remake it, but we're going to use the sentimental Christmas paper instead. So that's the fun stamped tree. So let's build this with the sentimental Christmas paper. So I've pre-cut a lot of the goodies here, but we've got a thick basic white card base that is going to be 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to score it at 4 1/4 and 2. So we're going to go like this. We're going to close it, and then this little 2-inch piece we're going to fold back, and that's going to kind of create our cheater fun fold. So you're kind of going to make like a Z, a W, kind of whatever letter you think that looks like. And then we are going to bring in this beautiful tree paper from the Sentimental Christmas that is 5 1/4 by 4. Now it's going to go on the front here, so you only want to apply adhesive to the one side, and you want to be mindful of the direction of the other side of the paper. So I chose this one because really this pattern can go in any direction, and you are going to see it on this side. Now, if you had something and say you cut it wrong or something like that, something weird happened, just cut yourself another 2-inch strip and you can apply that to that side and cover it up. Or say you want, this pattern, you didn't like the pattern on the second side, you can cover it up and put the same pattern that you have there, and it'll be very easy. You can just butt it up against this seam, and no one will be the wiser that that piece of paper is not all the stripes or the trees or whatever you've decided to use. So let's go ahead and put this down. Hopefully that made sense. Oops, hang on. Oh my gosh, you guys, hang on. I stuck this down not in the right spot. Yay, seal to the rescue, and that you can pull it right up. So this is going to be like your full card front. So make sure also when you're putting it down that you are making sure that you're not adhering, which that is not right. Why is that not? Oh, it must be more than 2. Hang on. Let me measure. It's more than a 2-inch score. So you're going to do it at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. Sorry guys, I messed that up. But it still looks cute. It has a little like edge poking off. So whatever. It'll still be fine. All right. I didn't measure that right. I was doing it in a rush. You know me. Come on. Okay. And then we need for our square, so this little square here in the dots, I'm going to use that snowflake paper, and it's just going to be flat adhered, and it's a 3.5 by 3.5 inch square. This card is very quick and easy to put together. Like if you made a little pile and built all your little parts and stuff like that ahead of time, it will go together like instantly. And so then I cut a circle from those Spotlight in Nature dies to go on the front. Now this one's a little bit smaller than the stitch that is on this original card, but that's because when you go up a size with this pattern, it's like the full size. So I wanted to keep it sort of a little bit smaller, which will be fine because our tree will hang off a little bit more and it will be perfectly fine. So you're going to center that in the middle, just like that. And then we are going to bring in a piece of basic white because we're going to do our stamping. So I thought that Pretty Peacock and Shaded Spruce would be the colorings. And so what I think I'm going to do is stamp the tree in Shaded Spruce. Sorry, I need a drink again. Hopefully my cough is not too loud, being that I do have a microphone in my ear. Oh man, I hope I'm not getting sick. All right, so we'll stamp our tree outline in Shaded Spruce. And we're going to stamp 2 because we've got a tree on the inside here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, whoops, I didn't grab it though. I need a blending brush. And let me find my little mucky sheet. And we're just going to do a quick little blend of that Shaded Spruce over the tree. Okay, that looks good, right? Okay, let's switch stamps. So then we're going to use, out of the stamp set, we're going to use that filler inner sort of spot. And you'll see that you've got like little ornaments, a star, you've got the little hanging for the ornaments. You've got all kinds of great little filler inner pieces, add-on pieces, and it looks fantastic. So this is Pretty Peacock ink that we're using. Make sure I'm on screen here. There we go. And so I'm just going to line this up and stamp it down. Yeah, that looks pretty. I think I need to re-ink my Pretty Peacock though. I swear I just did it not very long ago. It's getting dry down here in the basement, in the studio here, that I need to re-ink everything. So we'll do a quick cut. Now, if you don't mind me stepping to the side here that you can't see on camera, but my machine, my cut and emboss, is right beside me here. So I'm just going to quickly run this through because nobody wants to watch me fussy cut, right? Well, you might, I don't know. So talk amongst yourselves for just a moment while I cut these 2 out and not send my laptop flying. Okay, one more. There's the one. Just takes me 2 seconds here to line it up and make sure that I cut it properly. and turn the handle in the correct way so it actually like feeds the what I'm cutting through. You think I'm like an amateur here with the machine use. I fussy cut a lot of the time because I just don't want to get up and go to the machine. So I'm a silly girl like that. So we've got our cute little trees. Now what I'm going to do is bling it up with some Wink Stella. And that's also, and so I'm using it like a paintbrush almost because I know that the Wink Stella is going to reactivate that pretty peacock. And so I'm kind of going with the flow of these natural branches, I guess, or like, I don't know what you call them, boughs, that the artisan who designed the stamp set made. So you kind of get the look that it's sort of blended as well. So you're getting that shaded spruce layer and that pretty peacock layer sort of layered up on top of each other, and it looks really cute. So we've got our 2 trees, and we're going to finish off building the front of our card. So it's very basic, as you can see. There's nothing too complicated about it, but let me grab some dimensionals. I got a little half sheet here going on, or an end sheet. And we're going to take our 1 and just put some dimensionals on it. I'm funny today? Oh, okay. You say I'm funny every day. Or every Saturday. Oops, I didn't color. You guys, you didn't tell me. Hang on. We gotta backtrack a second. I need to grab the pecan pie and color my little tree trunk. You guys missed that. There we go. I am. Yeah, I know, I'm a goof. Okay, and then we want to, looking pretty so far, right? I'm really liking how it's turning out. So then I've got a little scrap of the striped paper, which is just a 1/2 inch. And don't forget to, yeah, thanks, Glenda. And you'll see here that there's a couple little banners. Now, Brenda Nelson designed this card. So I took the retreat with Brenda Nelson and Trisha Shalo. She's like, that's her kind of her thing, is she makes these little banners to go on things. So that's all we're going to do is use that little scrap. So it's a great way to use up your little scraps and just create a little bit of dimension behind something. So I'm just angle cutting the ends. If you have the little tiny banner punch that has long since gone, that's another quick way to cut your little banners as well. So we're just going to stack these on top of each other. So put a little glue there, and then you're just going to kind of layer them on top of each other, offset them, kind of decide which way you want them to go. So I'm just going to do that, and I'll trim off the extra in a minute. And then I'm going to grab my sentiment that may your days be merry, and we're going to stamp that onto this little teeny tiny piece of pecan pie cardstock that is 3/8 of an inch by 4. So if you don't trust yourself to actually stamp correctly, use your grid paper. This is my little tip. You can even put a little bit of glue, or if you have repositionable tape, to hold that in that square for you to make sure that it stays straight while you do this. And then you're going to grab your pecan pie ink, and we're just going to stamp in the middle of this piece our May Your Days Be Merry. And try to sort of visualize. The nice thing about the photopolymer is that you can see through, and you can see that you have equal distance on each side. But if you don't trust yourself to do it the way that I did it, cut yourself a bigger piece, obviously, and then trim it down afterwards, okay? And then you will have a little bit of glue on that end. You could also put like a glue dot in the middle, and then when you pull it off, that glue dot will hopefully transfer over to your card, okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to put, so already at the under the Mary, you can either use Tombow or you can use your seal, whichever. We're going to attach our little banners that we made. and just stick those down. Oh, I didn't grab any twine. So we're just going to attach those to the back. Nice and easy, right? We'll just use linen thread because I have it right here in front of me. And so we're just going to make sort of like a double loop little bow there behind it as well. So just tie that off. Okay, we're almost done this card, and then you're going to see some extra samples. Okay. If your thread will cooperate. Well, I have twine. I always have linen thread in front of me. I was going to grab a different color, but I actually don't think that... Actually, hang on. You know what? I'm going to grab that new gold thread. Now that you're bugging me about it, I'll show you one of the online exclusives. Actually, I'll bring over the blue one as well. So there's this beautiful, which doesn't really go with what we've got going on, but this is with the Otter Suite. I forget what it's called. Utterly Otters or something, or maybe that's an old stamp set. This is the gold thread twine, whatever you are thinking that it is. But you're pretty funny today too, Glenda. All right, so let's put some gold on there, right? Make it Christmassy. Okay, being that I was struggling with that linen thread anyways. So you can do a double bowl, you can do a single bowl, whatever sort of you want. I think I'm going to leave it at a single for this one, just because I like that look better. And then we're just going to apply this across here. So keep in mind that you don't want to apply dimensionals all the way across because you are going to run into some trouble where your layers change. So remember that your tree is popped up. And so you've got that layer there that you have to work with. So I'm going to put one there. So that kind of gives me a guideline of where I'm putting this. Put it down, and then I'm going to grab my second one and sort of just lift it up and stick it underneath there. And then that will hide it. And my layers will stay connected well. So there we go. Utterly adorable. That's it. I know you've been playing with it, Glenda, so I knew you would come up with the name. Okay, and then we need our little snowflakes, our white loose snowflakes. My gosh, I've been using a lot of these. I'm also doing a 12-day of Christmas thing with another demonstrators, and we've been using these like mad fire. So I'm just going to put a couple dots of Tombow here. So are you loving this rendition, or do you like the sort of bright, bold use of papers in Brenda's version from the Stamp Camp? That's the Take a Bow paper that we use for Stamp Camp. There we go. Oh, what is going on? So you'll have to watch when you're... These snowflakes, of course, are not perfect. I mean, no snowflake is perfect, right? But I guess with the punching out of this material, sometimes the snowflakes are like missing ends and they're kind of squashed and they don't look right. That one doesn't look right either. Hang on. I tried to go through and pick out quite a few of them, but apparently I missed some. There, that one looks better. Now I got glue smushed everywhere. Okay, give those a second to set up. So you may want to just watch before you put it down that you're not got a smashed up one and it's going to look terrible when you put it on the front of your card. Okay? You've got like, I don't know, about a bazillion of those snowflakes in there. So you don't have to worry about not having enough. Okay, so that's the front of our card finished. Pretty, right? And you can bling it up with some more stuff if you like. So we're just going to add the tree onto the inside here. And then I'm actually going to use Tombow. And then I'll skip the envelope because you guys know what to do. As I'm doing this, I will quickly say for last week's winner of the card that we created. So that was this cute little one here, the gift card holder. Carla, I'm not sure if you're on this morning. You were drawn to win that card. So congratulations. I will get that out in the mail to you. Hopefully you use it and send it to somebody that you love. And then we're going to apply this into the inside. I'm not sure why I have so many pieces of basic white here, but must have got stuck together. So we'll put this down and then we are done. So quick and easy little fun fold, right? Cheater fun fold. You can even put another tree here if you wanted to. Totally up to you. And then on the envelope, I just stamped the trees with the same color combo sort of that we used here. So I would do the same for this card as well. So we'll skip over that because you know how to stamp an envelope, right? Okay, so here's a little goodie box. So those book boxes, I think they just came back into stock. This is a little cute little project that Trisha did. And it's using that two-tone paper that came out from Close to My Heart, which we will get it branded in our own Stampin' Up. But she just sanded it down a little bit. So I just use an emery board. But if you've got the old sanding block that Stampin' Up used to have, you can use that as well. And then so you kind of get that detail. It's kind of nice. I'm loving that two-tone paper. I'm glad we've sort of brought that back into our mix because you get the option of sort of like almost two colors of paper in one, where it's got the lighter side and the darker side. So this is the darker side of, I think it's a garden green one. And then you'll see the little stars in the background. We use that twine. That was part of our gift thing. And then she built like a little tree. So in the stamp set, you've got a very Merry Christmas, which kind of looks like a tree, but then she's used the little borders and some little scrap paper. And there are some little bows in the dies. So there's a whole little pack here of bows, which you can decorate the tree with. And cut them all at once. And then that's the little tree stump die that we talked about in the beginning. So if you cut down into a smaller one, you can use those little stumps to fill in. So that's a little gift box that you can use. And then we also made, so they love these, making like these little wooden sort of ornaments. So what she did was she cut out 3 of the tree dies. So that's the full tree, this die here. Cut out 3 of those, and then we stamped the stars on them to kind of give them a little bit of dimension. And then once those dies were cut out, just score them in half and then just kind of glue them together. So it makes sort of like a 3D tree. And then we just added a little tag to make it cute and finish it off. And then you'll see those little banners here again that we did. So is this not cute? Simple and easy. Great way to use up some scraps of wood if you've got these little wood scraps in your craft collection, or you can do this on the acrylic rounds as well. We've been talking about those lately, so that's a cute little ornament idea. And then I got this card in a swap from Brenda. So this is a little cute idea. I love it. She doesn't do her inside, so nothing's on the inside. But it's using those infamous peppermints, which I think are gone again, and I take a bow paper again. So, and this is cute with the little stars on the corner. So that's a cute little card. This is a Brenda design from the retreat. So they really wanted to focus on the paper. So we did a lot of like paper piecing and of course strip cutting for our beautiful backgrounds. And then just not really making the tree the focus, but making the paper the focus. So you can use it with the paper we use today even too. Right? Is that not cute? And then it's just got some trees on the inside. And then this is a fun one that Trisha did. So this is using strips and like rolling up the ends. So you'll see here, it's kind of like 3D. Kind of reminds me of those birthday balloon things that you put in your mouth and then the little streamer thing comes out. This is kind of what this reminds me of. And then we used as a filler piece in the back, those cute little elements that are here in the stamp set. And then this is just we did some blending on it. I don't know, my water painter must have been super soaked, but just did some blending on a paper, and then we used our water painters to kind of blotch up that paper afterwards, and then we used some Wink of Stella. I don't know if the camera will pick up the Wink of Stella. Cute, right? And then this one just opens the other way, and then we just did a strip of paper and then used that as a little border on the inside of our card too. Isn't that ornament cute? I like it too. And then this is a fun one that Trisha did as well. This is a fun fold. Just like the paper makes the tree pop and everything else, and it's just so much fun. But when you open it up, it has a little slide out pocket. I should have grabbed a gift card to stick in there. It's got a little pocket for a gift card, so it kind of like 3D pops up. Here, I'll grab my gift card. My infamous gift card doesn't match, it's orange, but the gift card just slides in there, and it's kind of like a little pop-up area. And then when you close it, takes a little bit of fussing. When you close it, it lies down flat, obviously. Quick and easy for mailing, right? Is that not cute? And then one more. This one we did just some paper tearing with that paper, and then just kind of hid a little tree in behind and fancied it up that way. Super cute. And then it's just got some stars on the inside. So very Christmassy colors, because obviously that paper is Christmassy for sure. And then I will show you a couple scrapbook pages, and then there'll be a couple more that will go up tomorrow. So this is a fun one that we did as a companion page to the other one that you'll see tomorrow. So using these square blocks. So great way to use up your scraps, or just in general, how to use that 6x6 paper if you struggle with that. And then it's just, you'll see some of the die cuts of the trees here in the corners, and that's using some of the new Stampin' Up! Scrapbooking stamp sets that were in the scrapbooking brochure. And so we talked, I think, last week about that, the embossing folders being big enough to layer on a picture afterwards and still have like a border, so it kind of frames out your picture. So that is the full embossed folder, so the whole width and length of it, and then you just add a quick picture to it. So this will be for the Christmas tree picture, or you know, the dogs in front of the tree with their reindeer ears on, or whatever. Yeah, it's very Christmassy, eh, Yvonne? I don't know if I said good morning. You might have just jumped on. And then this one, so we do a monthly sort of scrapbook membership is what Brenda does. And so this is sort of using whatever you want in your craft stash. So obviously this stamp here is not a Stampin' Up! Stamp, and this one is actually from a retired set. So it's kind of using up what we have, but also focusing on those squares again. She went into like this square mode, and everything that she created this month, I think, was all square related, which is all right because it looks fun. So we've just picked up 5 different pieces of paper, and we've just layered them on and cut 2x2 squares, and then added all the extra elements. So I brought in just, I kind of went into my little stash drawer. This I already had made, and then this I just had to color. So I just thought it was cute. This is, I don't know, I can't remember who makes those little funny cats. I have a few left over from years past that I just think are adorable. So I have one too where he's tangled up. I think it's Fluffy the cat, I think he's called. I have one too where he's tangled up in the Christmas lights, and he says, I'm in the Christmas spirit or something, where he's really not, right? He's got a little grumpy face on him. So, and then that's just adding in where you're going to put your picture here. That's my layer. And then this is just another way to use your little scraps up, right? So that's a cute little scrapbook page for you. And then there'll be 2 more tomorrow from the retreat. So you'll have lots of goodies. And then on Wednesday, I will have some extra samples of using this stamp set, and hopefully the dies. I will dig into the dies and sort of create with those as well. Oh, also, these are sitting here too, so I'll show you. So this is just like a little goodie that we got. So a great little treat topper that you can do. Just use a piece of paper, staple it on, and decorate it. And then I was in a retreat thing, and we got these little scented potpourri packs, I guess it is, little car potpourri, and they just decorated it with a cute little tag. So there's another little idea for little stocking stuffer ideas, right? All right, so there you go. Have I inspired you enough? Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you love the scrapbook pages. I know not everybody scrapbooks, but it's showing you. It may inspire you to actually start scrapbooking, or, you know, dabble in a little 6x6 page or something to give to somebody for Christmas as a little gift. You can put it in a frame. You don't have to put it in a scrapbook, and you can give that as a gift, right? Just give them a little area to pop their picture in afterwards or whatever. So it's a great little memento that they can put up every year. All right. See you at some point. Please watch the page for when I'm going to start the 12 Days of Christmas packaging series. And then I will be back next week. I think I'm using either Christmas Friends or the Reindeer Fun. I can't remember what I wrote down in my list is across the room. So stay tuned. It'd be one of those two. All right. You have a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you next week. I appreciate you all for dropping in. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Paper hugs.